welcome to Talkaoke. Come and join us. At the moment we don't have any subjects or people, so come and be the first people and the subjects. Come and join us. Give us your name as well. Yes, well done. Yes, you are the first people to join us, and this is rather cool. So I'm just going to put this contraption on my head. That's how it works. If you give me 1 second. And Timna, if you can just do a little check on the sound, so make sure that we're nice and crisp and, you know, that kind of stuff. You know how it goes. And if you don't, it's very, very simple. Are we all good? Can we be heard? Amazing. Right. So people, welcome. This is Talkaoke. If you don't know what it is, it's a pop-up talk show and everyone's welcome, including these people over there. Come and join us. We've got lots of spare seats. That's okay. Work can be pleasure maybe as well. Maybe you can have a chat. Come and join us as well, people. And yeah, why not? You can be the people. It's Talkaoke. Yeah, exactly. It's a pop-up talk show. Let's do some round of names. My name is Margot. What's your name? Coda. Matthew. Timna and? Josh. Welcome. So right now we've got Coda, Matthew, Timna and Josh, and I'm Margot. That hasn't changed, that's all good. And right now we are here in Regents Festival, but we don't have a subject. What should we be talking about? Oh, we've got a new face right on the table. Hello, what's your name? Mariama, welcome. We've got Coda, we've got Matthew, we've got Timna, we've got Josh, and I'm Margot, and this person over there with 2 children. You're welcome to join. And if you're just looking and not sure what this is, come and get involved. This is the best way. Right now, as I said, there is no subjects that we've got, so I am very open to suggestions. What's your name? Huda, welcome Huda. So yeah, what should we be talking about at this festival? What's going on?
The neighborhood. I don't live here, but I'm so curious to know what is happening here.
Yeah. Okay, what is this neighborhood? What is happening here? Who is actually from here? Anyone from here?
Not from here.
Okay, oh, that's amazing. Maybe we'll never find out. Okay, where are you from then?
Haringey.
What's it like there?
A bit better than here, I can say that.
Yeah.
Crime rates wise, I think there's worse than
okay.
Here. And yeah, community-wise, we don't do stuff like this.
Okay.
Lots of that brings us to the community, and we get involved. Things just a Camden thing.
Okay, so are you experiencing Camden right now? Do you live here?
Yeah.
Okay, come and tell us about it, because we are here at this festival, but nobody is actually from around here. Can you believe this? So we need some people. You live somewhere around here? Amazing. Give us your names. What's your name?
Rushna again.
Can I call you Rushna?
Yeah.
Rushna?
My name's Asya.
Asya, Rushna, Asya, Matthew, Coda, Huda, and Mariama, and I'm Marga, and there's Timna over there and Josh over there. So right now the question was on the table. What is this neighborhood about? Apparently, Haringey is a bit better, but it's not as bad in terms of crime. It's better for, it's less crime here. That's what you're saying, Mariama?
50-50.
50-50.
The crime is in Haringey, the almost the same.
Okay, right. I mean, is crime something that you consider thinking about your neighborhood, or is it really not about that?
Now there's crime more.
Yeah?
There's more crimes because of ages too. Because parts of the roads are being basically blocked off, so you don't know what's on the other side of the road.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, okay, so crime is a consideration, but it never used to be like this. So what's changed? Is it about the closing of the roads? I mean, like when you think about your neighborhood, wherever you are, how important is safety to you, and what does it mean? What is safety? What does it actually mean? Yeah, go on. Asia? We can do some translation?
Oh yeah, safety.
Yeah, safety.
Safety.
Do you feel safe in your neighborhood?
She doesn't feel safe.
Doesn't feel safe. Okay, right. So how do people feel about this? I mean, safety, yeah?
I think one thing, as I consider myself as a woman, something which I always find is important, like how do I feel when I'm like outside during the night? How does it feel like when it's like, it's getting dark, like do I still feel safe? And so I was wondering, is it something, do you feel safe when you go out in the night or?
No, okay.
No, because especially now that lights are basically in Camden are basically now dimmed down, and all these lights and like you've got hierarchy, flats being made and everything, panicked houses and
okay.
they've got no security of lights or anything.
Okay, I mean, I was just wondering, I mean, should this festival be happening in the middle of the night just to help people feel a little bit safer in the daytime? And also, we've got a new face around the table. What's your name? What's your name? Leela. Leela, welcome Leela. We've got Leela, we've got Koda, we've got Huda, we've got Mariama, we've got Rushna, we've got Asiya, we've got Timna, we've got Matthew, and my name is Margaret. This is Talkaoke. Right now we're talking about this neighbourhood. We're talking about actually what different neighbourhoods people are from. We've got somebody from Haringey. I never asked you which neighbourhood you're from then, Koda.
From California.
Okay. Wait, that must be West London, or where is this? Okay. No, but this is really good. So so you're kind of hearing about different issues with the safety, but also, yeah.
Is it quite where you live? How is it? What's the neighbourhood?
Yeah.
California?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in Long Beach, so South California. There's a lot of homeless people in all of California. So I think when you have large homeless populations, people think it's more unsafe. And I think that's a really interesting conversation. Like, does more homeless people equal more unsafe, or is that due to something else? So I've just been noticing the difference from the States to here in terms of the homeless population. And I still do notice homeless people out here, as well as the States. But I would say in California we have a larger population.
It's a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So homelessness, I mean, like when we think about safety, are we thinking about people who actually don't have homes? Is that related? Does it add to a problem? Does it take away from the problem? Is it, before I come to you, Rushna, do you have any views on this? Your name is? Leela, exactly. Do you have any views on this? I mean, do you notice homelessness? What was your impression of the neighborhood? Should we be doing a festival in the middle of the night to improve the safety? This is Talkaoke in multiple languages. Come and join us if you wish. Yeah, what's being said?
She doesn't feel safe as well during the evenings. It's dark as well, she's saying.
Okay, so this is like one of the kind of issues here. I mean, for you, Matthew, I mean, what do you think of this idea of safety? I mean, is safety something that you think about? I mean, do you come out to a festival to feel safe or feel a little bit at risk? Yeah.
Safe, definitely yes.
Yeah. And how do you rate this festival? I mean, do you think that can help with making this neighborhood a safer place, or is it actually irrelevant because safety is a question of safety in the evening rather than the daytime?
Sometimes it's safe, sometimes it's not safe. Nighttime too.
Yeah. Do you sometimes feel unsafe at night?
Yes.
Okay.
And scared.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So actually, this is a feeling that people have around the table. I mean, what's it like on this side of the table? What is your impression? I mean, obviously we heard about Haringey. Big up Haringey. I have been there only last weekend, but it's not about me. But yeah, what's it like from your perspective then?
I do feel like it's 50-50 in terms of safety. But I do think that we need to street lights or some sort of like neighborhood like protection instead of like police officers. But I don't know about the neighborhood security.
Yeah.
And especially like school times, like telling people in this area and that area. But I think in terms of like overall safety, I think this area is fairly alright.
Okay.
Like cars, so I think if anything was to happen, it'd be around the alleyways around here.
Yeah.
Against
Okay, so it's 50-50, and also it's about the go on. Because I'm interested. You mentioned about like different areas around this neighborhood, but what are the areas that people enjoy going to? Because obviously safety is one of the things, but which areas do you? Yeah, tell us.
Saying basically, some people are they're saying they're council workers or otherwise. They come for deliveries, and then they knock on the door, and then they push their way into the properties. So it makes them feel really insecure. So to open the door or not, if are they basically are they really telling the truth or not?
Okay, so people kind of, hello, welcome to this thing. This is Talkaoke, it's a pop-up talk show. You're welcome to join. Right now we're talking about this neighborhood and actually feeling of safety. Do you guys feel safe in this neighborhood? I have to go. Well, before you go, you need to give us a final thought because this is how Talkaoke works. Give us a final thought about anything at all, anything we talked about, anything we should be talking about. I personally have got a question. Do you have favorite areas around this neighborhood?
Basically, I like basically where Regent Square is now.
Okay.
You can go in the evenings and there are some lights there as well. And during the evenings you can go and sit down. You feel more calm, collective, and there's seats there where you can take out lunches or snacks and things like that. You can sit there.
I mean, sorry, this may be like a stupid question because I'm not from around here, but has that area been always there? Has it always been there, or is it like have you got memories attached to this area?
It's there, but it's been more developed now, so the sitting arrangements
Yeah.
like that. So the elderly can go, people with children, people like multicultural. We had a quick a picnic the other day.
Yeah.
Debate. In the evening we just all got together on a Friday and then we all got some snacks and there's a little table there.
Yeah.
We just got picnics and we just sat there and we spent there about 10:30.
That's okay. 10:30 in the evening.
That's 10 stayed.
Oh, you stayed until 8:30.
10.
10. Okay, so it was 10. Okay, so that's quite late. But together you felt fine.
We felt really safe.
Okay.
We felt really safe.
Wonderful. Okay, so there's a bit in the Regents Square. Okay, go and check this out. If you've not had a picnic, go and have a picnic there or somewhere else. Thank you so much. Are you going? Will you give us a final thought before you go? Okay, we'll come back and tell us how it's all going. All right. I want to ask, has anybody done a picnic in the city before?
Park, but around here, no. Because if you compare those buildings that over there, the estates that are down there, it's not the same. These buildings, first of all, they're high-rise, they're more expensive, a lot more people live there, it's more populated, there's more security, they have doormen and stuff like that. But if you compare it to the buildings there's no doormen, nobody's looking. Like, it's not, if you compare that, I would assume so that has higher crime rate. And stuff about being safe, I would never go and have a picnic there, but I would have it on that side.
Okay, so there are areas where maybe gentrify. Okay, I mean gentrification. I mean, what do people think about this? I mean, is that something that comes up in California at all?
Oh my God, they're always building new things. In Long Beach, it used to be so cheap. People were like, oh, let's go to Long Beach to live there. And now it's like, I live in a studio apartment. It's $1,350, which in pounds would be like $1,700 or something.
Wow.
So expensive. No one can afford to live.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so there are some kind of like shared issues, but I mean, what do people do in California? I'm just curious. How do people make ends meet? Or it's just like you just get you just get a great job and
12 jobs and
12 jobs?
Work. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
City of dreams, though, and I want to say London feels like it has a large just mix of cultures, and there's so much art. Like, this is so beautiful. To me, that's inspiring.
Okay. I mean, do you think you'll bring some inspiration to Long Beach from here?
I'll try bring it back.
Okay.
Yeah, but London's great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. But this is really good to get the perspective from California. But I mean, are we? Is the area here a little bit polarized, as you're saying? Maybe that these different high rises, there are these other areas maybe which don't have so much security. Maybe they're less, I don't know, hospitable or good for people. Yeah, Timna?
I sometimes think, of course, when I don't feel safe in an area, I would not go there and have, for example, as you mentioned, a picnic. But sometimes I also think, sometimes I go on purpose to an area where other people say, okay, it doesn't feel safe, because I think sometimes you also just need to make space for yourself and try to make it safe again, or show that it is possible also to show your own presence over there. And
Okay, so maybe are we being adventurous enough going to the neighborhoods which are not deemed as safe? Yeah.
I think it's a mix, because I'm originally from Chicago, and in Chicago there are areas that are changing, like becoming extremely gentrified, definitely on the south side. And I also want to comment on your point. I think it's important to go to areas, like people say the south side is so dangerous, Chirac, all this stuff, but then you go and there's a live community that's alive, and they need support and they need locals coming there, but it can't be just white people taking over one area. It needs to be a mix of cultures. So I think it's important to break the stigma, and then I also think it's important to not take over. So what's the balance?
Yeah. Oh, well, this is a very good question. How do you balance this out? Come and join us. Have you ever been to a dangerous neighborhood? That's what we're talking about right now. We will never find out. But this is a really good point. Like, how do you actually ensure that there is a mix of people and experiences, and then you remove the stigma as well? Oh, this is not a safe area, better not go there. How do you go and support the community and venture out, maybe on purpose, just to have an adventure? I mean, have you ever ventured out to other neighborhoods? Maybe people said, "Oh, why are you going there?" Yeah.
I feel like here, Camden in general, I've ventured out since I've been to school here.
Yeah.
So I do know what it's like. I know that the area is different. And in regards to what you said, going there and helping the community and making sure that they're diversified in the best way you can do it. But how is the question? Because necessarily I wouldn't go somewhere someone told me it's not safe. Nobody would go out their way to go somewhere they think it's not safe.
Right.
So in terms of that, I think like more community stuff like this, if there was festivals but maybe deeper into Camden where it's less safe, where people deem it's less safe, a lot of the community come out because there's a lot of kids that live here. So yeah.
Okay, so maybe move the. Come and join us. This is a talk show. You are on it right now. Right now, we're talking about. Have you ever been to a neighborhood considered dangerous? Oh, tell us which one. Where do you live? Okay, tell us about it, please. Give us 2 seconds of your time because this is really, really great. You're enjoying the festival, I am assuming. Yeah. Okay. Well, welcome. Come and grab a seat. Maybe we can scooch up and get you kind of in with the prams. Hello. Welcome. So right now we've got Timna, we've got Matthew, we've got Koda, we've got Huda, we've got Mariella, and I'm Margot. And what's your name?
Carly Jane.
Carly Jane. Welcome. And we've got Ria, and we've got
Francis.
Jay and Otis. Anonymous. Okay, maybe Francis, welcome. So right now we have been talking about different neighborhoods. We've been talking about maybe taking a little walk or a picnic in an area that typically people consider not safe, just to break the stigma. We are learning from the Californian perspective. It's about bringing people together and learning about the communities as opposed to stigmatizing them. And actually going into so-called dangerous neighborhoods can be good and can support the community. But you say you live in a dangerous neighborhood. Tell us about it.
I wouldn't say dangerous, I would just say it's not safe at the moment with all the stuff that's going around with the knives, the young kids and stuff like that. I wouldn't let the child out.
Okay. I mean, come and join us. Tell us about the neighborhood that you live in. But has it always been like this? Has there been some kind of a shift? Like, what is your impression of it?
No, it's not always. It hasn't always been like that around here. I grew up around here with like my friends that lived down the corner. I used to come here when I was 15. I've been here 15 years, and it's been very quiet. But it's just recently when you've got all the fights and the gangs, and yeah, it's a bit worrying.
Yeah.
For teenagers.
Yeah.
But Samuel Lithgow is amazing.
Yeah.
And they really help out.
Who is
and
it?
The community centre there. And they have like a play group and stuff there for kids after school during the holidays, and we've got the
Yeah.
drama club.
Yes.
They do dance classes for the kids as well. And my son went to that as well. So
Okay.
he's got stuff in the community.
Yeah.
Good stuff, but I wouldn't let my child do that.
Okay, so there's a bit of a mix, but also you say that you grew up here and you kind of you have seen this area kind of transform in a way. I'm also interested in like what were the places that you went to when you were younger? Do you have any kind of specific memories of them? And like, what kind of memories are we making for the future generation? Is it going to be about dancing? Is it going to be about
Because they have like the
Yeah.
diorama, the old diorama, and they've got Samuel Lithgow,
Yeah.
and they go after school. I think it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
4 o'clock onwards, and they do the classes here as well. They do all drama classes, dance classes. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody here tried dancing? I mean, can you dance to improve the neighborhood? Do you dance? Are you from this neighborhood? Come and join us. Okay, well, before you leave, give us a final thought. Grab one of these. But give us final thought about anything. Are you going as well? Wow, it's a mass exodus. Final thought? Oh, thank you. Come back and enjoy the festival. And what's your final thought, Huda? Come and join us.
Keeping the area safe. How can we do that?
Okay, well, how do you think we can do it?
More community stuff, festivals like this, including the children of the area and the community in general.
Okay, is it through dance? Is it something else?
Sorry?
Is it involving young people through dance, their way forward, or are there other ways?
In general, dance, film activities, stuff like that. Anything that entices you.
Okay, so Thank you very much, Huda. Mariella?
I was going to say, although it was very scary, we are heading in the right direction.
Okay.
Actually, with events like this and bringing people together. It's like an event that people who don't know each other will find out who they are, and get to meet new neighbours that they didn't know before. It's always about bringing society together, especially after the pandemic.
Okay.
In the right direction.
Okay, so do not fear, we are going in the right direction, says Mariella, especially after the pandemic. Meanwhile, we've got hundreds of new faces around the table. So far, we've got Timna, we've got Matthew, we've got Coda, we've got, what's your name?
Jean.
Jean, welcome. We've got Hannah, and my name is Marga. And what I should also say, Josh over there, he's not just our background, he is actually making some notes and some creative ways of capturing this conversation. So everything you say will make its way to this drawing. So right now, Jay, welcome, and Hannah, also welcome. Right now, we're talking about the neighborhood. Are we moving in the right direction? Seems like we are with the festival. Yes, maybe there are parts of Camden which are a little bit unsafe, but actually, there is a lot of community vibe that brings people together and makes the area a little less unsafe. Timna.
What I found really interesting was I forgot her name, who just laughed with the kids. She was saying like she would not let her kids play outside, but she loves the area with all the things which happen. I was just saying like, isn't like actually the traffic, the cars, a massive issue why you wouldn't let your kids play outside? Yeah.
Okay. So right now we've got this person who's got nothing to say. I overheard. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Clark. I am the Maternity Voices Partnership at UCLH.
Welcome.
I'm here to hopefully find women in the community that want to talk to us and build a group of women that are going through maternity and children, breastfeeding support, anything. We're independent of the NHS, so yeah, this is why
So you're here to kind of talk about that and just, yeah.
happen to be walking through.
Okay.
So hang on a minute.
Well, listen, so you came to a really great place. This is Talkaoke. It's a pop-up talk show. The direction of the conversation really is determined by people on the outside. Before you joined us, and by the way, we've got Hannah, we've got Jay, we've got Koda, we've got Matthew, Timna, and Morgan. This is Josh doing some visualizations there. Remind me your name? Kamal. So Kamal, welcome. So right now we've been talking about safety. Okay, goodbye. I hope you're not too busy to enjoy the festival. Before you joined and told us about your group, we have been talking about safety, we've been talking about community. Is it moving in the right direction? We got the perspective from California, of all places. Apparently there are some similarities, but London is still, I feel like London is performing a bit better on the kind of community vibes. What do you say, Kada?
Oh my god, these arts festivals are amazing. We take class at the old Durham Arts Center, and we have art centers just like this in California, but this is awesome, this festival.
Okay.
You invited us.
Okay, so being bigged up, there's some conversation happening here. Say it on the mic.
Hi, I know, we're just talking about the Israeli interaction
Okay.
position that I work at.
All right, so maybe this is a time to kind of say what people are involved in. I mean, you don't have to be involved in anything really. You can be just passing by and just enjoying yourself. But yeah, so you're involved in women, you're involved in Fitzrovia, and I'll come back to you to talk about that. Jay, what brings you here to the festival? Okay. And do you live in Camden or are you just passing through?
Around here.
Maybe
About half a year.
Okay.
I think this is a very comfortable and more friendly community.
Yeah.
And many new people ready to hear from
Okay. I mean, yeah.
There are many activities in this community, I think. I remember I plant a tree with people say, I don't know where, but I just go to plant a tree around this place.
Okay. In March. Okay. So you planted a tree.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is actually linking back to some of the conversation about maternity. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, stuff happening all around me. But so you moved to the area a year ago, and you planted a tree in there half a year ago. Okay. Has anybody ever planted a tree? That's what you did, right? Yeah. You planted a tree. How was that? Was it part of the Fitzrovia?
It was part of the Israeli in action with the champions.
Okay.
We planted 6 trees in Regents Park, and yeah, like for
Okay. I mean, okay, so at the moment we're talking about planting trees. Welcome to Talkaoke. Come and grab a seat as well, actually. We have been talking about safety, we have been talking about the neighbourhood, we've been talking about this festival, we've been talking about are we moving in the right direction? Is it all happening in Camden? Is it a bit dangerous still? Is there stigma about it? Californian perspective is also what we've been getting. We've been getting perspectives from the kind of maternity side. Is it a good place to bring up children? We don't know. Timna, and I'll introduce new people to the table.
I actually have a question to Kamal.
Okay.
Because I was wondering why it's like kind of because when you were presenting what you do, I was just wondering, it's not part of the NHS. It was like is there a specific reason why?
Okay.
Independent organisation that work alongside the directors of maternity and other disciplinaries within the whole maternity remit to improve healthcare for the voices of the users and the community. So we're trying to get a better representation of the community because the community don't want to come out and talk, which I understand. And there is obviously fear of the NHS, I understand. And we've all gone through the UCLH remit ourselves. So I'm having a baby there, etc. Other co-chairs have had children through there as well. So we are experienced in that realm, so we work alongside everyone in the NHS to improve the care, and it is improving. It's a long journey, but we need.
Oh, Matthew. So 1 second, come out. Just 1 second. I was just going to get final thoughts from Matthew here. Sorry to stop you midway. Where are you off to? What are your final thoughts?
Amazing days.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to?
The festival and see what around.
Yeah. So have a mooch around, tell us what's good so we can go and check this out. Meanwhile, I'm going to introduce new people to the table. Thank you very much, Matthew. We've got hundreds of new people joining us. We've got Hannah, we've got Kamal, we've got...
Hello, I'm Sagra.
Sagra? Sagra, welcome. We've got Jay, we've got...
I'm Rachel.
Rachel, Sagra, Rachel, Koda, and we've got... Apollonia, what a wonderful name. And we've got Timna, and we've got Josh, who's doing his best trying to capture some of the conversations there. So right now we have been talking about the neighbourhood, we've been talking planting trees. Koda.
So sorry, but there's a Cali person here, so they'll be the California vote.
Okay, give us your final thought. What are you going to do? What's happening?
See a show, Bloody Owl. It's supposed to be really good, but this is beautiful. London's great. Thanks for having me.
Well, Koda, listen, enjoy the show. I hope it's a really good one, and welcome. So so we have been talking about okay. What's your final thought?
So meet your ladies. Little babies. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Cheers. Okay, bye-bye. Right, so, okay, so where were we? Okay, oh my God, everybody's leaving. Give us a final thought, because you moved to the area half a year ago. You planted a tree. I mean, why would anyone plant trees?
Because I just saw in the garden, in the Clara's garden, and I saw that maybe there is activity, and I want to know what happened to here, and I want to join them, so I go to plant tree with them.
Okay, so you're planning a tree to get to know people around you, to get to know people in this Camden area. Okay, well, thank you very much. I mean, if you enjoy the festival and see some good things, come and tell us about them. But meanwhile, okay, so what brings everybody here to this festival?
You need to talk.
Yeah?
No, Rachel needs to talk.
Sagria? No.
Sagra.
Rachel needs to talk, obviously. That is very obvious, and so does Apollonia, yeah?
Why? I tell you what.
Yeah, tell us. Tell us.
Because she's gonna work from tomorrow. Where?
Okay, so you're working. You're moving to the area, and you're gonna be working. Okay, all right. But can I just ask, like, where are people from? I mean, are you from Camden, or are you from other cities, areas? Where are you based, Apollonia?
I'm not from California.
Oh, but that's okay. You're still welcome to stay here. Somerstown. So that's in King's Cross, right?
The other side of the tracks.
Okay. Thank you for making this journey. What's it like there?
My experience hasn't been brilliant.
Okay.
It's mixed. I tend to look at all sides of things. How can I put it? I think I'm a bit of a moaning man to a lot of people.
Okay.
This.
Okay. I mean, is there a particular reason why you come and join us? Also, this is Talkaoke talking about Somerstown, but also you came here today. Is it because of a particular reason?
See what was going on, basically.
Okay.
And I heard there was a bit of dance, but I think I've missed it.
I think they're coming back. Yeah.
I haven't been to any of the festivals. more on this side.
So this is the first one. Well, welcome to this one. But this is interesting. At the moment, welcome. What's your name? Matthew on the interference. Sorry, Matthew, this is probably just something to do with our knobs. But we've got Rachel, we've got Sagra, we've got Hannah, we've got Timna, we've got Apollonia, and I'm Margot, and Josh over there doing some visualizations. You can, but as a host in the middle, I'm neutral, and I've got no opinions.
So what you're all about?
What are we all about? So we just go around with this Talkaoke table. We just pop up anywhere and everywhere, and we get people to talk. So right now, I'm just listening to what you guys have to say, and just passing this microphone around. We're finding out that you are just starting a job here. And we're finding out that you're coming from Somerstown, which isn't always rosy, yeah?
A festival there recently.
Okay.
It was a pity you weren't there.
Oh, well, let us know next time. We are available for hires.
I'm not the person who organised.
Well, put us in touch with someone who is in decision making, but this is about the conversation, so we're taking it in any direction you people want to take it. So you were, before we kind of veered off and learned about Somerstown, and you joined as well. What is happening there? Where are you going to be working, and why? And have you ever planted a tree? It's not completely random. We have been talking about this.
I planted a tree, so I feel like I'm not cool enough to sit at the cooking.
No, you're completely qualified. It's not compulsory.
Well, I will plant a tree in the future. I'm here for an internship. I'm from West Virginia in the United States, and I moved to California for grad school. And now I'm out here with my professor for a speech and accent teaching workshop, which I'm excited about.
Okay, so you'll be teaching accents and speech. I mean, anybody here feel like they need to learn something new about the accents or speech? Yeah?
I'm here doing a speech and accent training.
Oh.
Thompson speech.
Yeah, Matt Thompson.
Okay, welcome. Okay, okay, so, I mean, are there different aspects of speech? I mean, like, what is your take on speech and accents? Are there different styles? How does it work?
Yeah, for sure there's different styles, just alone. Wow, that sounds robotic. I guess so. Just learning about like different accents here in the UK has definitely opened my eyes to see that like northern, southern, central, everything kind of going around it. There's different inflections on everything, and I didn't think I had that much of an accent until they really break it down and you start going, oh well, I talk differently from someone like Texas or like someone from New York.
Okay, what is your accent? I mean, like, what is this accent?
Mine's a weird one. I'm in between California and New York. So,
Okay.
Because I grew up with people from New York and I grew up with people in California, so I go back and forth between both.
Okay, I mean, okay, so suddenly we think we've gone neutral accents, really kind of plain old accents, but no, it turns out that when you analyse it, there's actually more going on than before. Have you ever thought about your accent?
Well, my accent is bloody Spanish.
But where are you?
I've been here for many years.
Yeah?
Nearly 20, no actually, not nearly, just the 23 years.
Oh, congratulations.
I think it's becoming more Spanish than before.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from Poland, so there you go. But it's not about me, so there you go. What was your accent, Timna? Do you have an accent?
Of course I have an accent. My mother tongue is German, but I'm not German. So
what are you then?
I'm from Austria. Yeah. With what I love about accents, actually, that's why I also think I think it might be with the question, but good to know how to get rid of an accent, but also then I think it is super, super, super nice to have an accent because it's such a part of your identity. Yeah.
Okay, so is accent something to be changed and molded and gotten rid of, or is it part of your identity? You are vehemently shaking your head. Tell us, as an expert.
Your accent is a part of you, and it's a great thing to be proud of who you are and where you're from. And whenever you learn other accents, it doesn't mean that you should diminish your own. Rather, you're learning to respect another culture, and there are some accents that you just shouldn't learn, and that's okay too.
Okay, right, so I mean, but you're saying learning different accents. This is a very unusual sentence to me because I always think about learning new languages, but learning new accents. Have you ever learned an accent without learning a language?
I speak German. I live in Germany.
Oh,
and that's funny.
Herzlich willkommen.
You're the second person today. I met somebody where I lived in Germany just now.
Okay. All right. So, do you have German accents sometimes? Come on, welcome.
I know some people on the phone say I have. They ask me if I'm South African.
Oh. How do you feel about this?
But when I was younger, people thought I was American.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Still get people asking me about that, but I've never been to America.
Come on down.
But I used to want to go to California.
Okay, and so now you know the right people. We've got people from California, kind of crossing New York.
Got a German accent though.
Okay. Well, welcome. We've got a new face at the table. I'm Margot. What's your name? N. Welcome, N. We've got Rachel. We've got Sagra. Yes. We've got Timna. We've got Apollonia. We've got Matt, and we've got you, and this is Talkaoke. We've got some visualizations there by Josh. Right now we're talking about accents, and actually 2 people on this table randomly are doing the same course in accents. And have you ever learned an accent without knowing the language? That's just something that I'm interested in. But how important is accent to your own identity? And has your accent ever been mistaken for another accent? That's kind of what we're talking about. But we're here, Roots Festival, Regents Roots Festival. Yes.
When I learned to speak German, I
Yeah.
kind of managed to do it without an accent, but my partner was of Hungarian origin.
Okay.
He never lost his accent. Even in German, he spoke with a Hungarian accent.
Was that an issue? Because we're talking about losing and improving?
To do with being a migrant, I've lived in different countries, different continents, and originally my family was colonized by the Portuguese and then the British. So I think some of us learned to have a neutral accent to fit in.
Okay, so welcome, by the way. This is Talkaoke. Right now we're talking about accents and actually living in different parts of the world, and maybe as a migrant you have to adapt your accent so you can fit in anywhere. Right now we've got a whole array of accents around this table, but I'm Margot. What is your name?
My name is Chrissy.
Chrissy and?
Johannes.
Johannes, Christy and?
Hannah.
Hannah? Oh, you were already here. You're a pre-existing participant. So welcome. So right now we're talking about so we're talking about accents. Talking about. I mean, this is a good place to meet people from different countries? Seems so. Tim, now you had a hand up.
Yeah, I think it's just like super interesting, like this conversation about accents, because on the one side I totally agree with it's part of your identity, but then it's also, as a migrant, you kind of want to. You don't always want to be like the person being like, okay, I come from another place. Yeah. So, and I also had this when I lived in Germany, that I actually tried to adapt to the German, because I speak German but with a different accent.
Okay. So what is your accent? Do you have an accent? Do you ever think about your accent, Chrissy?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I've been here for over 20 years. I have an East African accent.
Yeah.
I'm half Jamaican, half European. Grew up in so many different countries, so my accent is all mixed. But I struggled when I came here in the beginning. Because finished my uni, and then I did an IT. So applying for jobs and the corporate places. I passed well, but I couldn't get the job easily. And the main thing was they used to tell me that the client. They will struggle to understand my accent.
Okay.
And for quite a while it was a bit hindrance for me. So
Okay, so this is really interesting because we've been talking about accents, but actually accents versus your job prospects and changing your accent. And I said it in Polish accent there. Changing your accent to fit in with your employer. People complaining that they can't understand you. Like, what's that about? I mean, and you've got a new face around the table. What's your name?
My name's Duncan.
What's your accent?
My accent is from Stoke-on-Trent.
Okay, welcome. People from Stoke-on-Trent are most welcome here. So this is kind of where we are at. I mean, so we are here in Camden. Obviously, there's a lot of different accents, people living all over the place, coming from America, doing the same course. And what is your accent then?
I've been grown up here my entire life.
In Camden? But is there such thing as the Camden accent?
Yeah.
What is it like? I mean, obviously, right now we're hearing it, but...
Well, it's like this.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just... I don't really think about accents that
Yeah, grab the mic.
accents that much, really. Because, to me, it's just like, you are what you are, you know? Whatever you say, your choice. It's not how you say it, you know?
And what do you think about this idea that Chrissy's experience? You know, people say, now you have to change your accent because actually we can't give you a job. You cannot do your job properly because people don't understand you. What do you say to that?
I mean, it's a bit rude first off, right? It's not really right to do that. But at some aspects, like, you do have to understand that it's completely wrong, right? Because I have a lot of friends, and sometimes I've got a friend who doesn't understand a single word from one of my other mates who's a Cockney,
Okay.
and they don't understand him one bit, and I had to translate for them.
Okay. So it can be so it could be like in a London accent to another London accent. People don't understanding each other. Okay, so it gets complicated. Okay, well, thank you so much, Em, for that. I mean, you were kind of shaking your head vehemently. What were you shaking your head about, Matt?
Yeah, it's hard. Like, accent's a weird one because in California you have to learn how to speak like in California. You really have to learn how to enunciate everything you say. Normally when I talk about stuff like this, it's quick, it's not much. It's the normal one. They'll tell you like as an actor, that's not going to get you jobs.
Okay.
You need to speak like a proper American, which for the longest time I was like, I have no idea what that means. And then little by little, you start learning how to like talk slower, learn how to really elongate sounds, and you're just like, oh, come on.
So does it feel artificial? Does it feel a bit robotic when you have to? Okay.
You definitely feel like you're not yourself because, like other people were saying, like definitely the way your accent is, the way you talk is a part of who you are, and that's definitely like the big hump to get over is over that weird thing of imposter syndrome.
All right, the imposter syndrome. Okay, right. What does it mean? What is an imposter syndrome? And yeah, Apollonia?
I was going to say, I think it's a complicated situation with accents.
Okay.
I remember working for a very large company.
Oh, give us a final thought, Matt, before you bounce. Sorry to keep you cut you mid-flow.
You guys' accents are beautiful. Don't ever change them. Keep working.
Okay, grab one of these cards. You can come back anytime and enjoy your course as well. But yeah, accents you were saying are complicated. Okay.
Because I kind of relate to what you were saying. Not me personally, but I was in HR, and this is in the 80s, and an agency called up, and the way they described this, I just had to say, oh, that sounds just like a person like me, even though I don't have an accent, just to see what happens. And then the person is totally apologetic. But having said that, I think you have to find a middle way because people do need to understand you. I think it is important to learn to speak the language so people understand you. But you can still retain your accent. I have a family where I have relatives who are half Tyrolian. I cannot understand when they speak German. I have to ask them to speak High German.
Okay, so that for clarity kind of thing.
Like a BBC English, so you can understand.
Okay, so welcome, this is Talkaoke. Right now we're talking about accents. Do you have the BBC English accent?
No, I'm French.
Okay, welcome, French people are welcome here. So we've got Stoke Newington, we've got everywhere, including Germany and South Africa. I don't know, everything. No, it's your accent.
Actually, Kenya.
Kenya. Wow. Okay. But actually, I'm going to introduce people by their names. So we've got
Duncan.
We've got Duncan. We've got Apollonia. What's your name?
My name is Iris.
Iris. We've got and we've got Rachel. We've got Hannah. We've got Sagra, we've got Johannes, and we've got Chrissy, and we've got Timna, and Josh over there, and my name is Marga. Right now we're talking about accents. I've said that like about a million times. I think you got the picture. But what, is accent part of our identity? Is it something that we need to kind of make other people understand first? Is it about slowing down? Or is it about calling out discrimination? Or is it about just having a friend who speaks different dialects, who understands different dialects and accents, so he can always interpret and translate? Duncan, have any views from Stoke-on-Trent?
Views from Stoke-on-Trent?
Or wherever you are currently?
35 years now. And I did have to start speaking more slowly, as the guy just said.
Oh, okay, Matt.
So, because there are certain places, I'm in education, so I have to get students to understand me. And at first, like you were just saying, London, what's the beauty of London accent is it's just constantly changing. Because all words come into it, all dialects come into it, and I know a Camden accent when I hear one because I've worked quite a bit in Camden. But for me, that just shows the richness of an area when it can have different accents. And I think the problem comes, like you just said, the complexity in people's assumptions that if you have a particular accent, then you are a certain type of person. And so, but I think that's where the complication lies, when if we all speak with the same accent, that's just going to be so boring.
Okay.
I think if you have different models in all walks of life with different accents, that's when we start to understand each other and really appreciate the kind of difference in language.
Okay.
So for me, it's the nuances within it. If you can keep any accent, mine is little now, from Stoke-on-Trent. If you went there, you wouldn't understand anything.
When you go back, do you understand anything?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, phew.
My wife says it becomes really broad. It becomes a Stoke accent.
Okay.
Which is very Luke and Duke.
Oh, okay.
There's certain words who have double O's and bath instead of bar. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Accents are super important.
So keep the kind of nuance of the accent.
Keep it.
Yeah.
Make sure people do understand. If that just means slowing down a bit, that's fine. But keep the richness of all those different types of accents. But get into positions of power.
Okay. So I feel like you're in a position now. No, but thank you, Duncan. This is a really good point. It was worth waiting till the end because actually have an accent, use it. Okay, tweak it a bit if you must, but essentially use it to gain power and be powerful. And on that note, what's your name?
Imran.
Imran, welcome. You've got something to say straight off the bat. Yeah. Let's hear it.
Being different is good because if everyone was the same in this world, it would be boring. Just if you walk up to someone and say, "Hi, what's your favorite video game?" You say Sonic. They say Sonic.
Boring. I'm bored.
But in this reality world, if you go to someone and speak to someone and you say, "What's your favorite game?" they maybe say a different game, you say the same thing. It's very good to be different because if everyone would be the same, it would be boring.
And what you say, I mean, I think it's a really good point. Actually, I'm going to give it a little one of them. Just because I think you're onto something. But what we were saying earlier, you were saying you went into a job, Chrissy went to a job, and they said, we can't understand your accent. Can you change it? So how do you kind of ask a person a question, but how if you don't understand what they're saying because they're speaking different language or different accent, is that going to be an issue?
No. Because it's perfectly fine to be different. So you can just get someone or a translator. Just you go to a translator and say in the phone, say you ask the parent if they speak English. Then if they speak English, you ask what's the language they're speaking. You say
again.
Choose it. You say it, then it will translate to that.
That's a really good point. Actually, I'll let you know that he's a translator for people between Cockney accent speakers and Camden accent speakers. He's fully qualified and professional. So if you ever need some support. But meanwhile, we've got Imran, we've got Omar, welcome. So this is Talkaoke. We've got Duncan, we've got Apollonia, we've got Iris, we've got Anne, we've got Rachel, we've got Hannah, we've got Sagra, we've got Johannes and Chrissy, and I've just introduced you, Anna, Marga, and Josh is doing some visualizations. So right now we're talking about accents, moved on to talking about voices and using your voice really to get to powerful positions. Talking about, the world where everybody's liking the same thing, everyone's the same. It's just going to be a boring world. I mean, do you ever worry that the world is too boring, Hannah? Yeah, it's a maybe. It's a thinking one because maybe it's a very difficult question. I mean, I'll come to you, Imran, 1 second. What about you, Johannes? I mean, is the world boring for you or is it exciting? How do you view it? What makes it particularly exciting?
Because you always find out new things.
And are there any kind of new things that you found out recently that kind of blew your mind? I'll come back to you. But this is Imran. You wanted to contribute something? Yeah.
Sometimes life is boring if you just stay at home doing nothing.
What do you do then?
I do nothing.
I feel it's like a bit. I'm confused, but maybe that's fine.
It is short. Life's sometimes boring. If you go outside, you can find something extraordinary.
Okay. I mean, is it easy? Okay, is it easy to find something extraordinary? Thank you. Here in Camden, I mean, we're here at this festival. Is it extraordinary, Timna?
I think it's sometimes super important to be bored, because I think out of boredom, there can be a lot of cool things coming out, and I think sometimes my head is getting with social media and all the stuff we all have to do, being school or whatsoever. my head is bombarded with things, I think like, oh, I just want to like stare into the void for a second and be bored.
Okay, being bored is good. And grab the mic.
I think to add on to that, whenever I'm bored, right, that's when I become the most creative person I can be.
Okay.
Because I start writing down stories, I start drawing out character designs and such. But when I'm not bored, I start doing crazy things and stuff with mates and all that. But I feel like being bored makes me who I want to be and well continue who I want to be in the future, a story writer and actor and such.
Okay, so actually you enjoy boredom as a kind of like a very creative part of your day, your life. That's actually really amazing. I'll come to you, Imran, in just 1 second. Duncan, are you a creative person? Do you ever get bored?
No, that's the beauty of it. If I do get bored, then I make something.
Okay.
The day is a much brighter place. So we're over there with clay. So if you get bored anytime now, just come and make something.
Okay, so you've got clay there.
Yeah, I've got creativity in my life, and I talk to people about art college, and I just say, if you go to art college, you'll never be bored again. And if you do get bored, within 30 seconds, you'll find a way out of it, like you just said.
Okay. All right, so people go and be creative with the clay. You don't have to have any particular accent to enjoy it, I believe. You've had a point to make. You're going, so just give me a final thought and I'll come to you. Rachel, have you found a lot of, inspiration for your course?
Yeah, this is actually such an honor to talk with you all. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Thank you for having me.
How do you rate our accents? Okay, 10 out of 10. Wonderful, thank you. Enjoy this festival. Yeah, that's it. Sagrano, come on, give me something. Come on. Sorry, I don't know why I went Italian. Any final thoughts?
This is such an spontaneous way. I love it. So thank you.
Yeah, okay. Well, listen, have an enjoyable festival and thank you for stopping by. So 10 out of 10. Yes, Chrissy, what are you going to say?
I just want to say,
do you ever get bored? Anything actually, whatever you want to say. Come and join us as well.
And just believe in what it said. When people like now, we live in a very diverse society, and one unique thing about being either having an accent is it triggers people's curiosity.
Okay.
You know, like where do you come from? You know, it provokes like a conversation.
Okay.
And once you get to know people.
So it's like so having a different accent is almost like a conversation starter. I don't know how other people view it, but yeah, I mean, have people ever asked you, apart from me just then, where you're from and how do you feel about this? Is it an invitation to having a bigger conversation about people's experiences? How do you see it, Iris?
Differences are a way to start a conversation and talk about how we are seeing the world, and yeah, I really enjoy talking about our differences because it's the way of just open our minds and understand another culture, so I really enjoy it. Yeah.
I mean, have you been to have you had any interesting conversations recently, or heard any interesting accents recently? Okay, give us a final thought before you go. Give us 1 sec.
I met a Turkish girl and she explained me some things about the way you eat in Turkey, and I really enjoyed it, and it was strange because, yeah.
What was it?
Oh, actually, it was really particular. She was talking about how you eat a kind of mix of yogurt and water and salt in Turkey. It's like a normal dish or a drink, and she told me about that, and I was blown. It's because it's not common here and in France either.
Does it have a name, that thing?
I think it's called. I don't remember.
Oh, you know it?
Kefir. No, it was not fermented. It was like really.
Okay. So maybe we put a call out to any Turkish people who know about this dish. Water, salt, and yogurt. If you know what this is called in Turkish cuisine, please tell us. Thank you, girls. Have a lovely afternoon. Give us a final thought and I'll come to you, Imran.
Our final thought is, I think when people meet different people, like now we're having a conversation, it's so exciting to meet people different and talk, and I think the one thing is that, and it's educational for everyone. You know, when people meet from different places and talk, and you know, and exchange views, and it really creates that it breaks that ignorance in some people, you know.
Okay.
It's a way of.
And can you do it through food? Like we've just learned about the Turkish experience. I mean, yeah.
I've traveled a bit, yeah, and traveling to some.
What's your favorite country? So this is like the most simple question.
I can't say because they're all different.
Yeah.
It depends what you're looking. I mean, like what you're, you know. For me, it's just the difference itself. Is beautiful.
Okay.
The good bad is just different.
Okay, so go and explore the differences. Sometimes it's as simple as asking somebody about their accent or where they're from, and then you can end up finding out lots of things. I'll come to you, Apollonia. I promise Mike to young Imran. What's your name? New face? Mark, welcome. This is Talkaoke. We've got Imran, we've got Omar, we've got Apollonia, we've got Iris, we've got Anne. Obviously, you are you, and I'm Margot, and this is Timna and Josh. What were you going to say?
I was gonna say, I actually changed my mind because.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes the world's not actually that boring. Because I created Gravity Man, a lot of other stuff, Starfish and Adam. There's a lot of stuff that I can't remember. So because if you just put your mind to it and just think of two things, you can just create something. Life can sometimes not be boring.
You know what? I really like your approach as well, and this is something they do with Talkaoke. Sometimes we take two different ideas and we try to link them together. Mark knows all about this because he's done the training. But yeah, you can come up with some new stuff. Thank you for this. This is a very good point. Apollonia, have you ever tried that in life? I don't know where I'm going with this. No, don't worry. But we were just workshopping. Imran was saying when you take two different things and put them together, two unlikely things, you can create things like superheroes. That was his example. But yeah. But what were you going to say? It may have been about something else.
It was on accents,
Yeah.
and I was trying to make a point earlier actually because it's also about having patience when people have different accents, because I remember when I first came to this country, people on the bus, the bus driver would be really curt with you because they didn't understand you, but through that I've learned myself over the years, if somebody's got an accent, then I will take time to understand the accent. And as a disabled person, a completely different thing. I hardly come out. This is an unusual day for me. So I often have conversations with the delivery drivers for my food. And there will be people from all over the world who learn so much. And vice versa as well, because I remember a Sicilian guy saying to me, "Oh, you know more about Sicily than me." And, "Oh, I should try going to that place," because he hadn't been there himself.
That is so funny.
But accents can also trigger problems sometimes, because it happened to me recently, because it does open up interesting conversations, but sometimes people are very sensitive about being asked the question where you're from.
Okay, so maybe that. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Because of the times we're living in.
Okay, so maybe different accents are great, and you can meet different people, but asking people where they're from, yeah.
At the time, I've never had a problem, and I've always ended up with interesting conversations. But it happened to me once recently.
Okay.
British Library.
Okay, of all places, right? I mean, so this is interesting. You had some views, Omar.
I think what you're intimating to is the gentleman here before he left. He kind of mentioned how accents can act as a really lovely trigger point to conversations and create some exciting starters, but they can also be spaces that create opportunity for people, rather than being a space for somebody to demonstrate curiosity. It could also be a space of expressing like microaggressions.
Okay.
Subtle kind of like undertones to, so where are you from? No, where are you originally from?
So is it about how they say it? And also welcome new face to the table, because you,
But I think it all originally derives from the intentions behind it. Like, is it genuine curiosity?
And how can you tell?
Highlight difference, and just to highlight almost an othering of the other person. Like, oh, where you originally from? Like, you're not from here, really.
So is it,
The intention behind it really kind of resonates quite strongly for some of us who have accents, because I came here quite young. I came here when I was 15.
Which country did you come from?
Originally from Jamaica.
Okay.
And I came abroad at the same kind of time as my cousin. He came in and he assimilated really, really well, just like myself. The only difference between the both of us is his accent changed to become much more British, whereas I made a more conscious effort to hold on to my Caribbean accent. But
as I progressed over my career and found myself in different spaces, it's amazing how much time I step into a room. And sometimes I may be the most senior person in that room, but people, just by dint of me opening my mouth, hearing my accent, there's almost like a decrease in my perceived IQ. Like, yeah.
Okay, gosh, right.
My mouth and they hear an accent, people just assume you're not as intelligent or not as educated as you really are. So I've learned how to be less triggered by that over time, but it is still triggering. You do want to react, but let's just say I've learned how to play more of a long game.
Okay, right. But thanks, Omar, because you threw in quite a lot of points here, by the way, and I'm very curious to kind of pick them, pick on them and just kind of see what we can say about it. But meanwhile, we've got a new face around the table. What's your name?
I am Kim.
Hey Kim, we've got Mark, we've got Anne, we've got Iris, we've got Apollonia, we've got Omar, we've got Timna and Josh over there. My name is Margot. Right now we're talking about, so apparently the question, where are you from? Ken, 95% says Apollonia. 99% of the time is fine, but sometimes people take offense of it. And then Omar added, you said actually it's about the intention, but then the question is the intention always clear when somebody's asking a question about the accent, about where people are from? And then you mentioned about, okay, maybe certain accents, maybe you need to have this kind of conscious effort to hold on to it, as opposed to fight it. We had some linguists, well, not linguists, but like language coaches, accent coaches, would you say, around the table. They were saying, oh yeah, people maybe want to change their accents, but really it's about embracing it. But what about this perceived social position, I'm going to call it, or how your accent fits in different spaces? Maybe British Library, maybe that's where people are quite conscious of the accent. Iris, you had something to say, but you can join in at any point.
Yeah, I'd say whether you're the person asked or the person who asked this question, never be afraid of the other person, because you may discover new things and there's no point of being afraid. And I think I may conclude with this because
Okay, you're running. Yeah. Is it British Library? No, British Museum?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so never be afraid either of being bored, because sometimes when you think you're going to get bored in some situation, you may discover a new thing. You may, just like here, I was walking on the street and I just walked across you, and it's fantastic. So thank you very much.
No, thank you, Iris. Thank you so much for contributing, and enjoy the museum. And yeah, boredom is one of the other subjects. Do you ever get bored? Is important. You say it's important because that's where you're most creative. And see you later, Iris. Yes, Apollonia.
I just wanted to say a little bit more about the British Library.
Oh yeah, please.
I wasn't expecting that reaction from that person. But I can also understand that person's reaction.
What was the situation? So they took offense to you asking. Yeah.
And I just sort of said, oh, well, where are you from? And I thought I'd done it in a friendly way. And he said, I'm from Essex. And I said, oh, but, you know, and your parents? He said, I'm from Essex.
Okay.
And I just learned in that moment, you just have to let go of things. Sometimes somebody won't go there, and you just have to understand that that's it, kind of, you know. And it's kind of respect for that person.
Okay.
Maybe they're having a bad day.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just because they're working there doesn't mean that. Timna, you've got a hand up, and then Kim, have you got any views on this? Yeah. Oh yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
Well, I mean, so I'm Filipino, Chinese, Jamaican, and I can't type the graphics, so that's why I'm here.
Oh, super.
Where's you from especially does depend on who's asking and who is receiving the question, especially as a woman. When I was living abroad, I definitely got depended on. I'd usually flip the question on them first. If they were open to like answer it, then I felt more willing to engage, because I'm not just going to share anything to someone I don't actually know and I don't think it's relevant to the situation. But I do understand most of the time it's quite innocent. But to Omar's point about sort of code switching, I used to work in America, and I find I hammed up my British accent. Definitely had more weight than when I'm here. So,
Interesting.
So I'm from West London, so I can talk quite like.
You can sound posh. Yeah.
Really posh depending on the room, and I find myself doing it. Before I used to really hate that I did it, but realise that it was conditioning that's like outside of myself. So that's what you do to survive. So I guess that's the other thing where you actually have position to understand different cultures. So there's something to be embraced with.
Okay, so this is a really interesting point, and a point about, you know, code switching and kind of using your accent, and actually going to America, having British accent, it gives you suddenly more power in some way. So this is kind of what we're talking about. This is Talkaoke, and by the way, what's your name? Paris. Olivia. Paris, Olivia, Maya. We've got Kim, we've got Mark, we've got Anne, we've got Mum there on the phone. What's your name? Nat, welcome Nat. Come and grab a seat as well, makes us look busy. We've got Apollonia, we've got Omar. Are you going, Omar?
No, I think...
Are you just switching? Are you code switching? Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, very, very kind of you. And Timna over there. We can accommodate your husband as well. So Paris, Olivia and Maya, exactly. So this is a very interesting conversation actually where you came in, because we're talking about accents. We're talking about this kind of sensitivity around the question, where are you from, where are you really from? Sometimes it may just come out, I don't know, you said it's something to do with respect. You know, whether you press that question or not. It's, you mentioned about, okay, if I don't know someone very well, why would I tell them where I'm from? Maybe that kind of thing. Yes, Mark?
I just think the question where you're from is the most natural thing to ask when you meet someone. What's your name? Where are you from? All those simple things, what do you do for a job? So I don't see why it should be awkward, but I feel less comfortable asking someone who's a different race to me or has a different accent to me where they're from, in case that's misinterpreted. Whereas, yeah, it shouldn't be, because it's a perfectly natural question. Where are you from? Do you live around here? Do you talk about our lives together?
Okay, so maybe, we were talking about intention, so maybe that's just a natural question we have to embrace. I'll come to you, Kim, in a second. Timna?
I 100% agree with what you're saying, Mark, and that but is actually, I think, the racist but. Because I really have to say, I experienced 2019, in a working environment, someone asked a question, and for me it's also like, where are you from? And I never understood why should this be a problematic question, but then I experienced it from the outside perspective that someone was saying, yeah, but where are you really from? And it was, and the intention, compared to both of you saying, the intention was like, I don't, I want to like other you, I want to tell you or whatsoever. I can't say what the person was thinking, but it was definitely, and now, I would say, I think right now this might not be the appropriate question, but at the moment, in this moment, or right now, I would say it was racist, but in that case I didn't. I was like, okay, now I've experienced it for the first time.
Okay, so I'm going to come to you, but I never got your name, because you sat behind me. What's your name?
Alex.
Welcome, Alex. So, yes, what were we going to say about this?
I think it's absolutely fair. I think you just have to be able to accept the answer they give. That's all.
Yes.
Push them for another answer.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm thinking. Because then that means you have a preconceived idea of who they must be. So that's where I think that's where the difference may lie.
Okay.
Be able to accept if they say
so. Yeah. Yeah, and just like leave it at that. And you have to go. Are you gonna go off to do some creative acting, writing? What are you gonna be doing next?
Probably write something down, because I'm currently writing on a series of stories.
Okay. I mean, what are the stories about? I mean, did you get any inspiration from this conversation? It's okay if no, I'll accept the answer. I've just learned to accept.
The inspiration I got from here is by including a variety of countries, because I realised I had a lack of that.
Okay. So if you need to come and workshop some scenes that you're writing, come and bring them here. We can help you with this. But what do you think about this idea, of this question of where you're from? I mean, do you ever get asked that question? What is your kind of take on it at all?
Well, whenever I get asked where am I from, I just say I'm from around here. I mean, I'm from England here. But if someone ever wants to know, like when people go, where are you really from? To me, I don't find that insulting, because I'm just like, oh, I'm Kosovo. I'm from Kosovo, right? But I've never actually experienced any bad intentions towards me, but I've seen it happen before, and to me, I'm just like, not.
Yeah, there's no need for that. Yeah.
Yeah, especially in public areas, I've seen it. So to me, it's just Mark, was it? Mark, yeah. To me, it's a natural thing to say. You know, where are you from? It's a good conversation starter for me, right? because usually I'm very bad at talking to people, so I try and find the easiest thing to talk about.
And you find that question kind of helps, opens things up. And when you say to people that you're from Kosovo, like what reactions do people know where Kosovo is? Yeah.
Knows where Kosovo is.
Where is Kosovo? Who knows? Who knows? Shall we do? Does anybody? Okay, Mark, where's Kosovo? Give him the mic.
Kosovo's in the Balkans, ex-Yugoslavia.
Yeah. Is he correct? Ding! Okay, fantastic. Okay, so for you, it's you don't find it offensive at all. It's just, if people are being offensive in the street or, I don't know, behaving, you didn't say that, but in a kind of maybe racist way, there's no need for this. Like, why? Just like get a life, basically. Yeah. All right.
It's good to be different, right? It's good to be yourself. It's good to have a variety.
Yeah.
I've always been told, try and act normal, right?
Okay. How do you do that? Is there any specific training?
I say, in this world, there's no such thing as normal anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone is so different.
Yeah.
No such thing as normal. To be normal is to be different, right?
Okay, that's a very interesting point.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very strong final thought. So go on.
I kind of enjoy that, the difference, right? I kind of enjoy like looking around and being like, yeah, I can not identify anyone, but I like they all look different.
Yeah.
They all look different to me, different to who people are.
And that's the norm.
Yeah, I've got so much variety of like cultural friends and all that. Like people look at me and go, you got a crazy life. I'm like, no, I just got crazy friends.
I'm quite normal with my friends, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, what kind of friends you like? You got so many friends, like, are they from England as well? Nah, they're not. They're like from like other countries.
Yeah.
Such as
Essex? No, wait. Sorry. Sorry to call. Yeah.
France, Belgium, Germany, America recently. She's pretty cool.
Oh, cool! That's amazing. So you've got international friends, and you're kind of met in London.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And even outside of London. Cause
yeah.
I go traveling on holidays, and I met one of my Belgian friends in Belgium.
Okay.
And he was really chill. I just decided to keep in contact with him. I'm still talking to him today.
Okay, so that's pretty cool. So people do travel, do meet people, and also you threw in a very interesting thing, which is like normal. Actually, everybody being different. That's just kind of being that's normal in London, normal in Camden as well. But do you have any final thoughts for us? Anything else to add, or have you said it all?
I guess the only thing I can say is just be you. Don't really care what anyone says. You know.
Be you.
As long as you're yourself, no one can have a problem, right?
Okay.
Why should you care?
Okay, so be yourself. That's the message to the world. Thank you so much, then. And listen, if you need to workshop something, just bring it here. But okay, people. So right now we're kind of talking about being normal. I'm going to come to this side of the table. I know you had your hand up, Apollonia, but I'm very yeah.
I just wanted to add to when you're traveling. It's not a problem when you ask somebody where they're from.
Okay, so it's different perspective.
Yeah, that's where you're having a conversation because you're,
Okay, so maybe we just need this kind of a traveling mindset a little bit more, just to kind of make that question a bit of an easier one to answer. But girls, on this side of the table, I mean, what do you think about this idea of normal? What does it mean to you?
Well, honestly, normal. Like, I don't really think people should think that, like, make presumptions about, like, where are you from. So, like, for example, it's like, for example, how old are you? For example, what month were you born in? Where are you from? Like, it's like a useful question to ask, but people sometimes make presumptions that, like, you're trying to say something else, but, like, even though it's just, like, a normal thing to say in a conversation. For example, like, I'm half American, and because of my accent, people always ask me, are you American? Like, so they make presumptions because of my accent. So I really agree that, like, where are you from should be like a normalized question. Like, it should be a question that, like, nobody gets offended by.
Okay, so that's a really good point, actually. And also, so people sometimes assume you're American. When they do, how do you feel about that?
I mean, like, I feel like they're just making presumptions because of my accent, which I think because, like, I was born in England, it's just because of my dad, because, like, he's American. I don't really feel, I just don't get offended.
Yeah.
I feel a bit, I don't know, strange. It feels like it's strange.
Do you feel like they should? Yeah.
It's like the number one question that I get asked all the time.
But have you ever considered changing your accent? We were talking about, I mean, not that you should. I don't think you should at all. But, you know, have you ever thought, oh, maybe I'll just like mess with people's minds. I'll just give them a different accent, see how they respond. Has that ever occurred to you?
Not really. I'm actually proud of my accent. Like,
Fab, amazing.
fine with my accent. It's my one thing that I'm...
Yeah, it's a strong point. That's really fantastic. And also, yeah, it should be just a normal question, as you're saying, yeah.
One thing, I think it's a super cool accent, but it just struck me that one of the first things I thought of was, where in America is your dad from? I'm sort of interested.
Okay.
Things you want to
Oh, I don't know. How do you feel about this question?
Where's your dad from?
New
York.
Is it New York?
New York.
Have you been? Okay, right, fantastic. So we've got this kind of perspective on the accents. Yes, Apollonia? Thank you, by the way. Very good.
I think we should all look at each other as human first, and then, where are you from? Human?
Okay, okay. What do you think? I mean, are you human?
Yes.
What makes you human? Do humans yeah?
Robots around now.
Okay. Oh gosh. But how can we spot them? This is a question. I mean, what accents will robots have in the future or right now? I mean, yeah. Do you have anything to add on this, on accents or languages, travel?
Not really, no.
What do you think? What do you think about accents? Like, do you hear many different accents where you live?
I think it's very natural because people are from many different places.
And what is your accent, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm not sure what my accent is. I'm from Britain, but my dad's from Jamaica and my mom's from Thailand.
Okay, so it's a mix, that kind of thing. I mean, you had your hand up like a million years ago, and maybe you've already said what you had to say. So where do we want to take this conversation, Omar? Oh, sorry, it's just like, I think it's just this angle, so just experiment. And I'm going to turn it down a bit.
I agree with you.
Use your loud voice as well.
Because you're right, the question should be completely normalized. And again, it can have very loaded undertones. Again, depending, as we were talking about before. And I like what the young lady said, it adds a lot of presumptions into it when it is loaded like that. The tricky thing with those, and the tricky thing with accents is, I have 2 points, which is the first part of it is the Queen's English British accent. Let's put it that way, because we have many accents across Britain alone, and many of them are, let's just say, not given the same elevated status as Queen British, what you find on the BBC English, if you will. The Birmingham accent is looked down upon, the Manchester accent is looked down upon, the Welsh, the Liverpool.
But what is it?
Exactly.
But yeah, what's the
international accent that kind of people? But what you also need to kind of like add on, which is the second point I wanted to make.
Yeah.
Accents for many people, as I intimated about beforehand, are very intimately intertwined with identity. Some people are particularly proud of their accents and find it something which they hold on to very, very dearly. Great amount of pride. So when it's used as, I would say, a lever to pry and demonstrate difference and almost use it as a undermining or such a put down, those are some of the reasons why some people might find it very triggering when asked, where are you really from?
Okay, so it's how the question is being used, and that can kind of evoke in people some kind of, you know, maybe negative feelings. You're gonna go, and then you made a first point, which I completely forgot what it was now. Apollonia, are you Kim? Anything? Yeah.
I was just going to say, we should have more conversations like this because it's been a really, really interesting people and combination.
Well, listen, you're welcome to stay here, whatever your accent today. I don't know. I'll have you. Okay, fine.
Very often.
So that's okay. We're really glad that you stumbled upon us today on your rare outing. But have you got any final thoughts? Oh, we've got some people escaping. Yeah, give us a final. Hello.
Came into Somerstown. I don't know how to get around that.
What's the borough there?
It's Camden.
It's still Camden.
It's on the other side of the station.
Okay, maybe we can ask Omar. I couldn't help but see some kind of lanyard which says Camden Council on it. It could be completely irrelevant. Could be just a pretend one.
They do have a so-called market.
Yeah.
But nothing much happens there. I mean, I don't know if it's worth.
Yeah. Well, listen, grab one of our cards and maybe drop us a... Oh, fantastic. So apart from let's set it up that we go to Somerstown, I don't mind. We're based in East London, but we'll go anywhere. Do you have any other final thoughts? Have a think about it, and I'll just introduce a new person to say, well, what's your name?
Eloise.
Hey, Eloise. We've got Mark, we've got Kim, we've got Tim now, we've got Josh over there, we've got Apollonia. My name is Margot. It's just a conversation. What's your final thought?
No, there's hope. I love the kids. The kids were great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the next generations are always a little bit ahead in their thinking.
I mean, you were...
We need to
Yeah.
learn from them sometimes.
Okay, so but looking at your life and your experiences, were you ahead of the generation of your parents, and if so, in what ways?
Oh, yeah. Well, there've been really big hurdles to cross because of colonization, because my parents probably had to do what they were told. You know, I mean, there was colour bar in Kenya when I lived there, the stories my father told me, etc. But I've moved, I mean, it feels like I've lived a few centuries because Kenya till I was 9, then I went to Goa, I lived there because that's where my family's from originally, but Goa's changed as well because it's now that party Putin place where the environment's destroyed kind of thing. You know? I can talk about lots of subjects.
Sure.
And then I lived in London for a while, and then I went to live in Germany, and I'm so glad I went to live in Germany.
Yeah.
It changed me. I don't know, see myself as, I have a British passport, but who am I, you know? That's the question you have to ask yourself in the end. And
It's quite an existential question, regardless of the passport, right?
but also I feel like having moved to Germany, I began to see London in a different way.
Okay.
Saw that London can be quite a village in itself.
Okay. Okay.
Its own way.
Yeah.
Also excludes.
Okay, so this is a really interesting point, because previously we had somebody from California on the table, and they were saying, you know, oh, London is so great, there's so many community things happening, and come and join us, by the way, if you wish. We're just hearing about, you know, the existential question of like, who are you? Who are we? Are we just living in the London village? Are we living in the city? Should we be going to Goa to talk about what's happening there, you know?
And also, many of the places I've lived in were cosmopolitan already.
Okay.
When I lived in Nairobi, we had Hindus, Muslims, African people, Christians, whatever you like. and actually in those days people shared their community events a lot more than they do today, because it's all organized like today.
Yeah.
There it was, oh, it's Christmas, I'll take my sweets to my Muslim friends. It's their feast, they come to us with their sweets, and we're...
So it's an exchange.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about homemade stuff.
Yeah.
Or not. So it's like...
Yeah. So it's interesting. Kim, are you slipping away? Give us a final thought. Oh, yeah, you're going to do some clay. Okay, but give us a final thought, because we just kind of, we've been just exploring this question, as you know for yourself, where you're from and all the sensitivities and opportunities related to that. But I mean, do you feel like you live in London City or London Village? Just to riff off from what Apollonia was saying.
I mean, I was born and raised in West London, and I was in a diverse school that was more 50% plus non-white, so I felt like it was always quite diverse, but once I moved away did I realise or understand the structures that were, so I went to school majority white, and I really understand, you know, London is different, it's great, so it's not just race, it's also class, so we also know that there's intersectionality. How people are comfortable that you live with.
Yeah.
I do think it is context, like when we ask about where you're from, absolutely, natural question, but like I used to get asked a lot when I was going home in a cab, and I'm like, I don't really talk to you about you know, and things like that, and I've had friends who've been asked that from older men who just really, you know, so it's the context when those questions are asked that make you have maybe different mechanisms to answer in different ways, so that's probably why I have checked myself when I'm asked those questions and just accepted. So yeah,
okay.
I think there's a lot of, and different from my mum's experience, it's all very different. So yes, the younger generation is very inspirational, but it's because of the generations before that we get to this place now.
Okay. So that's really amazing. Thank you so much for sharing this. And yeah, it's intersectional. We have been talking about accents, not just international accents. Somebody mentioned accents within Britain and how much class plays into it. Apollonia, you have given us quite a lot, so I do hope that you come back. But if you don't, it's fine. Yeah.
Like it just all
No, but it's okay. You make us look busy. That's completely fine. Yeah.
time to think. But I think language changes as well over time. I mean, my parents' generation will probably still use words like coloured. I mean, when I first came to this country, I was at school, and I was called a Paki. But I used to, for some reason, I used to retort back, you don't know. I'm Indian. I'm not Pakistani. Like kind of throw that back at me.
Yeah.
It wasn't comfortable. That is just kind of othering.
Which we have been talking about before as well. I think you mentioned a kind of a direct experience of being othered. I'm not going to other this man. I'm going to invite him. Come and join us at Talkaoke table. Right now we're talking about... okay, Apollonia.
Longer than I thought.
And that's completely fine. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, well, listen, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for sticking around. And yeah, if you're passing through, we're here till 5.
Easy for you to, as a Polish person.
Very easy.
Polonia.
Polonia. No, it's that. And also it's...
I lived in Dortmund,
right,
in Germany.
Okay.
A third generation Polish with lots of, ex-steel coal mining.
Oh wow! Okay.
Chinsky.
Oh, you've got it down. It's just like what's new, Okay, well, thank you. So I'm learning something about Poland via Dortmund, via Goa, via Somerstown. Come and join us at this thing. It's Talkaoke. It's a pop-up talk show. We will be swapping around. We've got this wonderful man here. Give us your name. Steve. We've got. We've got. And no, you carry on chatting. Apollonia, you're welcome to stay or go, whatever you want to do. But we're just going to take a little swap around, and yeah, we're just going to keep it going. I feel like we have come to a natural little break. People came and went, and maybe we'll find out what's been going on the ground, Steve. Where did you go? I was here all the time. All right, so we're going to swap around.